welcome back. We are in endgame now of Mega Man Battle Network. We're gonna make our way through the fire area. We just have to go back and get some ice cubes, I think, and then we'll make our way to the end here and unlock the key. Okay, now we're gonna zip zap our way to the key area and move on with this end mission, I guess. As I said before, we're gonna stomp this pretty badly since I've got ridiculously overpowered chips now. Choose all those, and that'll hopefully, well, that'll get rid of 2 guys, if maybe less. And it'll probably target the 300, won't it? Yep. Alright, so we're only gonna get rid of 1 guy. Well, at least he targeted one of the more expensive guys, so that's good. I do like how when you select a fire, it turns green so you know which one you're selecting. You don't accidentally select the wrong one. Iron Shield. I can just bypass all those. Bypass them along. Deleted. No, not enough ice blocks. I can see the lock program right there. Leave it to us. Yeah, what are you doing here? I'll explain later. Glide, to work. Certainly, my lady. The rest is up to you. Thanks, I owe you one. Not sure why you're here, though. You jack off. You did it, thanks, Yai. Just helping out a friend. Not sure why. Be careful! Hale told me to give you this. Roll 3. Don't lose it now. Roll 3, where are you at? You're going to replace roll 2. Alright, this one should be, let's see here. Water? No, this is Number Man for some reason. The roll chips are the hardest to get in this game because you can only get one of each type, unlike everybody else who you can basically farm. The passcodes, I love the passcodes. Too high, denied, re-input, yep. 7, yes, the wait. Best thing you can do with these is change the both digits as you're trying to zero in on the correct amount. Change the first digit, the one on the right hand side, what I'm talking about, change it up or down by 1 each time you fail. So I'm going to go down 2, and I should change the second digit here to, yeah, but just so I'm too high, that's fine. We're going to change this one down by 1, this one down by 1. Still too high, go down some more. Do this with 6, because we already tried 5. 5 doesn't work. Let's try a lower number. Second. Yep. It's still 1 through 10. That's a fire. I believe that's a fire aura. You can see he's much stronger than the water aura that only required 10 damage to get rid of his aura. There's also, I probably spoke of before, there's a wood aura that I think is at 90, and then electric or something like that. There might even be, they're going to mention it here in a moment, there also might be a life aura. I'm not 100% sure. I know that those auras can go upwards of like, I want to say 120 damage. It might actually be more than even that. One of the things that later Mega Man games, Battle Network games give you that you don't have in this first one, at least, is the ability to run away. They do have escape chip, but I don't know. I don't really like putting escape chip in there because it only does one thing, and it ends up taking room in your package, and you can, just by being better at the game, stronger at the game, you can basically avoid the need for it, but I don't know. It'd be nice if it had like a, Final Fantasy, RPG runaway system where you hold 2 buttons and, Mega Man tries to run away. Just because there's definitely got to be certain situations where and it's not right now, it'll be when we get to the deep net, that you could be like, and I guess even now, if you sort of bum rush this game, where you could run into enemies that you literally can't beat because you don't have anything that'll do enough damage, and I understand that even the life auras are designed so that they poke their head outside their auras, so you can still do damage to them even if you can't overpower the aura shield they have. But I don't know. This game also has one of my favorite things they like to do in video games, where they make the enemies' abilities way more powerful than your abilities. And I understand the trade-off, as I've spoken about this before, is the fact that, like, if you could do the kind of damage that you do to the enemy, you would be pretty fucked, because in a lot of cases, those RPGs, you get, somewhere in the ballpark, depending on which RPG we're talking about, but, you get ballpark several thousand to, I'm being Final Fantasy again. 9,999 is your max HP. But meanwhile, you can do you know, that amount a single hit if you're doing max damage, you know, or 7,000 damage, and you know that like your guys can only take 1 to 2 of those, whereas, you know, the enemy, you're multi-hitting him for tens of thousands of damage and he gets to live, you know. But getting to my point, you know, when you, I believe when you attack, you know, you get the ability to use the, like, the flame aura or the life aura, but it only acts as a shield. It doesn't really, like, prevent damage over a certain amount, you know. So, like, you can't, like, do what the life aura or the thunder aura does, have, like, a shield that does, says, well, if you don't 250 damage to me, my shield doesn't break and you don't do any damage to me. You know? And that's, get it, you know, don't break the game, but at the same time, it's like, it'd be nice against certain final bosses that we haven't met yet. Do your stuff, huh? No good, this passcode's gonna take time. Leave it to me, Snort. Mr. Higsby, numbers are no problem for Number Man. Analyzing program. 9630. Entering passcode. Thanks, Number Man. Man, get going. I'm gone. Alright, I guess the next part is, Wada. Ha, now I load this into the rocket and... Report, sir. It seems that intruders are in the lab. Brr. Won't be stopped now. Yahoo, deal with them. As you command, so it shall be done. Just a little more and this world will be deleted. Say your prayers, Dr. Akari. So, just a little bit more, and, let's go talk to Higsby, actually. Now. This should be water, or Iceman? I know I mentioned this before, but I find it sort of interesting that a lot of Mega Man 1 bosses are in this game, with the exception of, I'm trying to think here, Cutman is the obvious missing link from this first game. But you have Gutsman, Electman, Iceman, Fireman, Bombman. You know, that's right there. There's 5 of the 6. The robot masters from the first game. So, I don't know. Found that sort of interesting, and then obviously you have Woodman, who's from the second Mega Man game, and you know, there are others obviously that I won't mention right now, but because some of them are upcoming and some of them are not. But I don't know. I'm always interested to see how they choose to, you know, which robot masters they pick and what new robot masters they come up with. I guess they're not really robots, they're navies obviously, but just sort of think in terms of like So this one took me a while to figure out, because it is a diagonal from, I believe, this first, yeah, it's a diagonal from the first ice area, but it's a little confusing because you have to hit you have to hit the corner at a certain way. This right here leads straight to the ground. The other one, you can't go diagonal enough to actually get where you want to go. I know there's probably some strategy that that was probably more optimal than what I'm running right now, but I don't know. I just sort of this is what I learned the first time I played this game, and the strategy I always come back to every time. Use swords for everything. That'll fix the problem. I mean, I know there is, they've talked about it throughout the game, you know, giving you hints, giving you obvious examples. You know, like, if you combine these chips together, you'll get a more powerful chip, and it's like, yeah, but good luck getting it to come up in the same freaking row as everything else, you know? I know, you know, as I use the chips like Woodman, it removes that from my pool and replaces it with a different chip behind it, but, you know, like, the strategy, the point of the game is to try to get an S rank on, or as close to an S rank on every encounter as you can. It means you gotta do it as fast as possible, which means that, like, your chips need to either sync up, either from duplication or lettering. So to say, oh well, you know, Gust Punch plus, you know, Ice Punch plus Dash. Like, okay, get an Ice Punch, Guts Punch, and Dash all in the same thing. And then make sure they're all the same letter. Slap them together, and you'll get this more powerful chip that'll do, I don't know, 150 damage, you know, versus Sword, 200 damage. I'm not hitting it at the right angle. I need to step back a little bit. If I step back, I can do it. That worked somehow. It was surprising. I didn't anticipate it to work at all. So you can see where I missed the angle each time. It was kind of too far forward. I needed to push myself a little bit back in order to hit that thing. Darn, this is a tough program. Help you out. What, Freud? I got a lot of making up to do to you. I got a lot of making up to you to do. Yes, sir. So what he's going to do is he's going to reverse ice it by sucking it up. Thanks, Iceman. Okay, Wily. Right on. Good luck. I know that you can do it. Please save us. Now. Blaze of water. This should be Color Man? Was a good first attack. Managed to line them all up in a row and do some pretty good damage there. One of each. Annoying. So I need to get rid of, yeah. I guess I shouldn't say I need to get rid of a fighter's sword. I just need to figure out how to replace it with something that synergizes with my, the rest of my folder. That's a Skull Man here. Alright, Skull Man's away.